In this session, we're going to introduce some of the work that LifeSafe Plus has in development for neutralizing cybercrime with the help of Karen the Crusader in Cybersecurity. We're going to use pyramids as a reference to the size of the problem and the opportunity. Most of you are familiar with the Indiana Jones movies and his adventures where he discovered and uncovered secrets and treasures of the ancient world. Jones traveled the globe exploring pyramids and tombs of the Egyptians, the Mayans, and other ancient cultures in his fictional, made-for-movies adventures. He had to battle lots of strange and bad characters and creatures, Nazis, ghosts, snakes, over the treasures that were buried away in those tombs and pyramids. Fact is, in the real nonfiction world, patient, adventuresome archaeologists have unearthed substantial treasures in those same ancient tombs and pyramids. Let's do a shift to modern times now and use a 3-layered pyramid as a guide to identifying different kinds of treasures, which are now going to cyber thieves in billions of dollars. Bank card payment fraud amounted to a $10 billion problem globally in 2015. Thieves have figured out ways to steal payment card account information and produce counterfeit cards to make physical purchases. For internet purchases, all cyber thieves need is stolen credit card information with personal address info, and they're good to go. But theft of personally identifiable information is a much bigger problem, where identity fraud costs were nearly $17 billion in the United States alone in 2015. And nowadays, hardly a week goes by without news of a large data breach and theft of sensitive personal information. Yahoo is the latest newsmaker, where hackers stole passwords, phone numbers, and other personal information from over 500 million of its users. And now the buyout by Verizon is really suspect. But by far, the largest problem of all is the theft of intellectual property information, technology, trade secrets, defense systems information, stolen with cyber attacks by adversarial nation states. This amounts to literally hundreds of billions of dollars. We really need to work on solutions for this. EMV chip cards have reduced payment fraud because they're simply difficult to counterfeit. Data processing analytics on purchasing patterns have also reduced fraud. However, this requires 24/7 attention of hundreds and hundreds of individuals in fraud monitoring operations of card issuing banks. Some of these operations are located in United States cities, but outsourcing to India and the Philippines is also common. Fraud analysts watch monitors on a 24/7 basis for problematic transactions. However, fraudulent e-commerce transactions continue to be a challenge. Theft of sensitive, personally identifiable information has created a multi-billion-dollar services industry. It's comprised of companies such as LifeLock, which use Big Brother databases and matching algorithms to prevent fraudulent financial transactions with stolen personal information. Other companies, such as Experian, provide services for monitoring financial transaction activity and reporting problems after they have occurred and way too late. We don't like monitoring solutions, and we certainly don't like using Big Brother databases. We don't think it makes sense to provide all your personal information, all your financial account information to a Big Brother database vulnerable to skilled hackers. We believe there is a much more effective solution, We'll reveal more in future confidential sessions. As for preventing loss of valuable, very valuable, sensitive information, we believe there's a need to advance way beyond perimeter defenses now commonly used to protect this information. Solutions to this huge problem are vital to the nation's well-being, and because of this, we'll not share details in our public presentations. Instant positive person identification of an individual with assigned rights and privileges for interaction with digital information systems is basic to strong cybersecurity. We submit this instant identification should be accomplished with localized standalone authentication, no remote analytics processing using Big Brother databases, no operating system entanglement, either iOS or Android, and there needs to be absolute isolation from IoT network vulnerability. Positive person identification can never be accomplished using name and password authentication. Two-factor authentication is a good approach for security of digital transactions with something you know and what you have. Better comes with addition of a biometric as a third factor of authentication. Physically, who you are, for example, a fingerprint, an iris pattern, or a DNA sample. A fourth factor of authentication is a changing random code, similar to a garage door opener code, which you never know, which links to whatever device an individual might use to facilitate a digital transaction. This four-factor authentication assures positive person identification for the ultimate in cybersecurity and e-commerce transaction integrity. LifeSafe is focused on a card as a platform for developing multi-factor authentication solutions for cybersecurity. We call this platform the 4Factor card. We chose a card embodiment over a cell phone because of the numbers and cost. Nearly 30 billion cards are in circulation for person identity, access purposes, and payment. New and reissued bank cards number over 3 billion per year. New smartphone purchases number about 1 billion per year. A key design feature of the 4-factor card is a biometric fingerprint sensor. We've used a fingerprint sensor from a California company, Fidelica, in our prototype 4-factor card. We're developing our own proprietary and patented fingerprint sensor for future card applications. Built with nanotechnology-enabled materials, these sensors will be much lower cost than those used on smartphones today. We've designed the card for both contact and contactless interfaces to comply with the EMV chip card payment transaction mandates imposed by issuing banks on retailers. However, the card is also to be equipped with a magnetic stripe data emulation capability for interface with existing magnetic stripe readers. Please take some time to review the summary and functional applications the 4-factor card is designed to support. We'll demonstrate the enrollment process for the 4-factor card prototype in our next briefing. Feel free to contact us if you want to make advances in cybersecurity. Thank you for your interest in LifeSafe Plus.